If you're looking for a shortcut to get rich, then pay close attention to this. Because although there is no easy way to get rich, there is definitely ways to ensure that you actually get there and to accelerate yourself upon that path. On the previous channel, I did this video about the three levers to building wealth. And we talked about how the first method is pretty much the worst that you can go for, which is to try and use the markets to increase your returns in the market. Because as you do that, you're actually increasing your risk. The second thing that we went over was increasing your income, right? Because if you can increase your income, then you can get more money that you're investing into the markets or reinvesting into your business. And then the third thing that we went over was increasing your timeline and recognizing the compounding effect and how that can allow you to get to where you want to go for sure, rather than quickly. So look, I know that not everyone is all in on investing and trying to find a way to get rich for sure. Some people want to do it faster. So let's talk about how you can actually get rich faster. So the easiest way to do that, once again, is going to be to focus in on that income, because that's the thing that you can actually control without just increasing your risk. So the best way to increase your income is to use leverage, right? So you can build skills and you can get smarter and you can do something that people will pay you for, right? Pay you a higher hourly rate for. You know, lawyers, doctors, they are specialists and they get paid higher wages. But the other way, the real way to actually build wealth and to increase, to shorten your timeline, right, is going to be to focus on leverage. So there's three different types of leverage. The first type of leverage is going to be other people's money, right? So you can go to the bank and you can get a loan, or you can get business credit, and you can use that credit to go out and start your business. Now, the second type of leverage is other people's time. So instead of just having money, you can use money to buy people's time. And really, you don't have to use money to get other people's time. You can also create partnerships, right? That's a very powerful way to create leverage in whatever it is you're trying to do with your business. The idea here is that you only have 24 hours in a day. So how can you actually become superhuman, right, and get 48 or 72 or more hours in a day? How can you multiply the amount of hours that you have in a day by getting people to work with you in what you're doing? So when it comes to forming partnerships, you can create a joint venture, right, where you have a specific partnership where you are managing a business alongside someone else. You can also have people that work for you in the form of commissioned salespeople, right? So getting people to offer their time for a nice upside if they're able to capture the value through a sale. So those are the two ways that those are the first two paths to leverage. The other path to leverage, so you have other people's money, right? You can use other people's money. Also, we didn't talk about that, but you could raise money from other people in the form of equity investment, right? So people are giving you money because they want equity in what you're doing. Or as a fund manager, right, using other people's money where they're not giving money to you for the business, but for you to go out and invest on their behalf. Okay, so it's other people's money. We talked about other people's time. And then the third piece of leverage, the other way to get leverage, is through technology. And this is by far the most powerful thing. And this is the thing that I find the most fascinating, right? And that's why you see me talking about that on the other channels. How do you use technology to create more leverage? Because what technology essentially does is it allows everyone to get more time, right? So think about the cell phone, right? So instead of having to travel across the country for days to get a message from one place to another, the telegram, right, was able to get that done instead. So, technology, right, today, especially with the internet, you can get information from one place of the world to the other within an instant. And so that also allows you in this day and age to create technologies on top of the internet that allow you to get from where you are right now to anywhere. You have instant distribution for any idea or business that you have. So understanding how you can use technology to basically get other people to have more of their own time, right? That becomes an infinitely scalable thing, because now everyone gets their time and everyone gets more leverage in everything that they're trying to do with their life. So those are the three things that I wanted to go over as far as how you can actually increase your income, and focusing in on leverage rather than just how to increase your income through upping your skills. Because whenever someone else is paying you, you're always going to be capped by how much they're willing to pay you. And the value that you're providing when someone's paying you is always going to be more than they're willing to pay you. So I just wanted to drop this quick message. This channel is going to be all about building wealth. And we're going to go a little bit more into the investing side, and I'm going to keep the other stuff on the other channel where we're really purely talking about economics and technology and like the future of wealth is kind of how I look at it over there. But here we'll talk business, we'll talk strategies, and we'll talk mindset. So I'll see you next time.